back in business, baby.
Effin Rager. Hello, everybody. This is Connor Clifton.
And this is Ned Gale.
And we're coming at you live from the KPFT HD studios. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to say this at the top of the hour. If you want to give us a call, please call us at 713 Gem Trace or 526-8737.
I want to let the Facebook listeners at home know that that is the correct number on our frame now. We've solved what we think is every phone problem.
Yeah.
But if you can throw us a loop, please.
For a while, we didn't know how to even take the calls, and now we can take the calls, and it's very, very nice.
It's been a wild ride, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had a call in a bit, so please, if you're listening, give us a call. If you're not watching the Rockets, if you're just like, sports, give us a call at 713.
Yeah, but if you are the Rockets, please call in.
Oh, yeah.
I have some words for you.
If you are on the Rockets, the Houston Rockets, give us a call. Let us know how's Game 7 going, because we can't watch it right now. We're in the studio, baby, coming at you live.
Yeah, and we don't have internet, but also check out our Facebook live stream.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So, Ned, this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, baby.
3-day weekend, friend.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
It was pretty good, pretty lazy. I spent a lot of the time doing some arts and crafts. I spent some time hanging with the homies, hung out with you. I mean, that's all we do, apparently.
Yes, it was fun. We did.
Yeah.
We had a pretty good time.
What did we I feel like we did some... I had some revolving sushi on Saturday. That's a party on its own, baby.
I, too, had revolving sushi.
2 separate meals, but same meal.
Yeah, you went one day, I went the next.
Yeah,
I dropped a coin at that point.
Ooh, yeah, I dropped a lot. It's so hard to stop eating there.
Yeah. For real. The food they give you, it's not very filling. And then it expands, so you think like, oh, I'm just going to eat. And then before you know it, if you just ate 4 plates and waited, you'd be full.
Yeah, ridiculous. What would you eat the most there? What was your deal? Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah, man, those umami oils, salmon.
I'm a seafood guy. I don't know. When it comes to sushi, I like fried shrimp. I don't say tempura.
If we were gonna, good USA baby. If there were to be another restaurant that was on conveyor belts, what would you want? What kind of food? I feel like Sonic could deal with this pretty well.
Oh no, gross.
A revolving Sonic. It's already gross. Of course, it's gross. It's gross when it's on roller skates.
I mean, it'd have to be something that has a selection, like I don't know, wings,
single wings.
No, like 3 wings.
Yeah.
Going around on plates, different sauces, and then instead of the soy sauce and wasabi, you have ranch or blue cheese.
You're like watching the waiters like, no, they're redirecting the conveyor belt. It's going directly into their mouth.
Just eating all of them. That or I think Lubies would be pretty fun on a conveyor belt.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, it's just no, that doesn't have a lot.
Could you imagine if they did one of those build your own salad things like that? So you had to build your salad one ingredient slowly at a time. You have to do a full revolution before you're finally.
It's when are you going to start eating? I can't. I missed the ranch on the second go around. I gotta wait till I got dressing.
Really want snap peas in there.
I can't eat a dry snap pea with salad. No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Speaking of salads, guys, I think Memorial Day is officially the first day of summer, and salad, let's be fair, the food of summer.
Oh yeah, nothing makes me think of summer like a cool hot salad.
Yeah, cool hot salad.
A cool hot salad. You got some romaine lettuce, some bacon strips,
bacon lettuce.
Yeah, you got croutons, Caesar dressing, and Parmesan cheese. You got a salad, baby.
You got summer, baby.
Yeah.
I heard about a lot of people looking for pools. I didn't look for a pool this weekend, but it is officially pool season. I think we can say,
guys, I'm your #1 Twitter correspondent here, and I got to tell you, the internet was alive with the sound of people calling for pools. You got a pool? Invite me over. Hey, I got a pool. Everyone come over. Where the pool at? That was all I could see on
every
Facebook,
single man. Not even a funny
Instagram.
joke around. Just please.
Yeah, please give me into that pool.
Ugh.
I had pool plans today, actually.
Really?
Yeah. A friend of mine was.
Did they find out who you were, and that's why they got canceled, or what happened?
No. So anyway, before I continue the story that Ned rudely interrupted, Ned and I own a pool. We bought a inflatable pool after tax weekend or tax return weekend.
It was tax return weekend. We got a bunch of money and we spent it on a pool, which was smart.
Yes, it was.
Good investment.
A lot of use out of that pool. But when you have a pool, that's when people start asking, "Yo, what's the pool sitch? You doing anything with that pool?" blow the pool up, bro. Everyone wants to come over and hang out in the pool. So our friend was willing to host a pool event and have people over.
With our pool?
With our pool.
You didn't tell me this. Did they
Well,
text you? Did they like, you up, you wet, you pool?
Here's the thing. That person canceled hosting the pool party
What?
to go to someone else's pool party.
What?
And didn't invite me.
What?
Yeah. And so I didn't tell you about it.
No, that's fair. I'm still upset.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have even brought it up.
This is really going to ruin the radio show tonight. Guys, if you have a pool, go ahead and call us in at 713-526-8737. We'd love to hear about your pool. We'd love for you to describe it to us.
And we're going into a new segment that Ned created today called Now There's a Pool Idea. What is this segment, Ned?
I said don't say it on the air.
What is this segment? Now
there's a pool idea. Yeah, basically, I walk outside. I see how overdressed I am. That means wearing any clothing at all. And then I say, man, I could really dip myself in some water. There's a pool idea. That's about it. It's not really a game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you want to get into a pool.
Yes.
What are these pool aspirations? What's a cool pool for you?
Man, this summer, I want to be jumping off of diving boards. Like all of us in this age, at how much money we all have, we only have blow-up pools, and it's been a long time since I've been in a pool I could dive into. So that's my pool aspiration for this summer, is to go on a diving board. That's all I want.
You got to sign up for a summer course at U of H or something. Dive into their pool.
Wait, can I go to summer school just to have a pool?
Yeah.
Hold up.
No, if you're a college student paying, you get like a semester's worth, so either fall, winter, or summer.
Oh, you have to pay.
You get a. Well, hey, student find the fees. They're always gonna find a way to squeeze you, man. But you can get access to their pool. It's cool.
Okay, if you guys works for U of H, if you're an advisor, go ahead and call us in at 713-526-8737 and offer me a couple classes. I wouldn't mind taking some.
What would you take if you could go back to school? What would you do?
Oh, back to school.
It all over
if I could do it all over again. I don't know. I'd probably go to radio school so this wouldn't be so abysmal. What about you?
Me, economics.
Tight.
Yeah, I mean,
you think that would do anything right now?
Oh yeah. I'd be way more obnoxious than I already am at Thanksgiving, and I'd have way more friends. Nobody
now these days you'd have to major in poli-sly because of all the sly politics going on right now.
So another thing that
poli-sly.
No, I got it. My pool aspirations, I've told people this. My dream is when I retire, I'm just going to live on a lake. I'm not a saltwater guy. I don't follow salt life.
You don't salt life?
I don't salt life, man. I fresh life. I like a lake. I like being in a lake house. I think it's so calming and soothing with a wood-paneled house, and nature's quiet, and there are gators wandering around in the front yards of the swamp.
My boss was telling me a story about being on a boat with. I don't know how he was like on this boat, how he was with this crowd, but he didn't know everybody there. And one of the guys with him was wearing a Salt Life hat and a sleeveless Salt Life T-shirt, and then like Salt Life shorts, and had a Salt Life cooler. And the whole time he was just like look at this guy. This is ridiculous. I can't believe it. They finally talked to him. Turns out he was Mr. Salt Life. He was like the guy who created it, and he was just like exactly who you'd imagine, like the people who wear that all the time. He's just a guy who like wears flip flops every day.
Did he drink Land Shark Lager?
Yeah, that's all he did. Yeah.
Awesome.
He was taking the boat to the Jimmy Buffett musical.
Now I told I got to escape from this boat to go to Escape from Margaritaville, the musical. So I've told you this. My parents live in Galveston. They are fully deep diving into that salt life. I had some friends come down to Galveston, and while we're driving out, we can see anything but Salt Life bumper stickers left and right.
Yeah.
So we get there. We finally ask my mom, hey, what is this Salt Life thing? And she just says, listen, if you ain't Salt Life, you're Fresh Life.
Whoa!
Yeah, so already identity politics in the island of Jamaica Beach.
Fresh Life sounds tight.
Yeah, that's why I'm a lake man. I don't like the beach. The beach is all sand.
Wait, do they make stickers that say Fresh Life?
You what?
Fresh Life? Do they make stickers that say that?
We should make them.
Long live the new Fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, listen, we are now looking for investors into the Fresh Life brand. If you want to invest, please give us a call at 713-526-8737. Or if you're watching the Rockets game, is the Rockets game on?
The
We
Rockets
don't
game,
know.
it
Just
started
give
at
us a
8
call.
p.m.
It
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we are.
That's why it's surprising no one's calling in.
Oh, you know what this is?
Call in if you want to invest in dry. What is it? Fresh Life?
Invest in the fresh life.
Or dry babies.
Yep,
That's my other
Ooh,
one.
Dry
That's
babies
no
is
water,
good.
yeah.
No
Dry
water.
babies, yeah.
I'm not a water baby. I will say this about the people who aren't calling in: fair weather fans. Where were they when the Rockets first started?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about it up until last week, when apparently we're doing well, and now all of a sudden our friends are huge sports fanatics.
Yeah.
Ugh. Gross.
Call them. But if you guys are listening, we're not talking about you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no,
You're
we
our
love
best
you
friends.
guys. Yeah. So another thing that we wanted to talk about here is your ideal pool float, Ned.
Yeah.
You're floating around.
I've been
that
seeing
pool.
some crazy pool floats around. I've seen ones that look like emojis, ones that look like golden donuts, ones that look like pizzas. I mean, come on, it's not a flotation device.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to think of like what the best pool float device would be, and I honestly can't think of anything better than a replica of me that also floats that I could just lay on.
So do you hit the line up perfectly?
Yes.
Just to get the,
Yeah.
get the balance. That would be pretty cool. I was thinking like a cup or like a glass bottle. Would be
Oh.
fun. Like quirky fun.
Being like you're rattling around like
yeah.
whoa.
And if you squeeze it, it goes and then like everyone wants to hang out at your pool.
you're the
with your
message in the
cool-
bottle.
Yeah, with your cool sting pool float. They just want to hang out with you. Another cool pool float. I've had a pool float that was a giant.
Wait, did you grow up around a pool?
I grew up on a lake, boy.
You grew up on a lake, boy.
Yeah, I grew up going to Lewis Creek out in Conroe, Texas.
Nice.
We couldn't afford Lake Conroe. So we went to the lake that my father's company that he worked for owned.
Mhm.
It was really nice. So I was very, very good at boogie boarding. I was
Nice.
insanely good. My dad, you know, he gave up on his hopes and dreams of being a professional water skier to have me, and he made the wrong choice.
Talk about salt life.
No, he was. Yeah, really. He was very, very good at water skiing. Move over,
Wait, really?
Fawn. Yeah, my dad's very
Could
good.
he
at
jump over a shark?
it. I think he's gone up ramps. There's all these pictures of him just like woo. And, well, no one can see it on the radio, but he's holding the rope, leaning back, throwing up the devil horns, and going ooh, which is the face.
Yeah, it's making an
shaking.
O'Shea. I'll
Yeah.
do it for the Facebook watchers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's exactly what he looked like. He just loved water. He had a boat. I grew up helping my dad with his sailboat. My stepdad always tells me, he doesn't say go left, go right. He's like go east, go west, and I had to learn that.
Starboard.
Yeah, still never learned port, starboard, and the other two. My dad was like, you want to know how you can remember? Port has an R in it, so it means right. And I was like, what about starboard?
It's got 2 R's.
Yeah. He's like, no, that's double right. That's a left. Is it left? I don't know.
But remember, it's nautical left, which is like stage left, but opposite.
Man, I really wish we had someone in the Navy on the show today so that we could talk about port and starboard, but we don't. Other things that we have are slip and slides, yay or nay?
Slip and slides, pro.
You're a
very
pro
pro slip and slide. I like it. Depending on the where you're putting it. Obviously, a slip and slide's only good as the ground it's on.
Yeah, don't put it in the desert.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, that's fine because it's a smooth dirt. I just mean don't put it in your rocky, like backyard where I'm like cutting myself up on there. You're thrusting yourself onto the ground and trusting it.
So, did you have an actual slip and slide growing up?
At one point, but I think I've been on more tarps than I have like officially licensed slip and slides.
Yeah, I've been on tarps and saran wraps.
Yeah. Oh yeah, plenty of saran wrap.
Yeah, that just gets hosed down.
So throw some dish soap on there, so you're like shooting into the house. Yeah.
Have you ever gone down a slip and slide on stairs?
No.
I mean, I just think that sounds like a cool thing to do at a party.
We had something called carpet skates at one of my friends' houses, and it was like little skates you put on your foot, and you could slide across carpet really easily. And I went down some carpet stairs, and it hurt so bad. Yeah, my legs just shot out from under me, and I just went down on my bum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not so bad.
Well, I have a soft bum.
I got one last question for you about pools.
Please.
What are your pool rules, buddy?
My pool rules.
What are
Okay,
the rules for your pool?
guys, we can eat within 30 minutes of getting in the pool. We can
Okay.
eat inside the pool. That is not a pool rule for me. I'm sorry. I think it rules to eat in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
But no running. Come on, don't be an ass.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's a surefire way to. That's a one-way ticket to Concussionville.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think my only pool rule here is, look, we're gonna eat in the pool.
Yes.
and we're going to share what we eat, family style, buca de
Yes.
beppo, large serving, but we put everything on Frisbees upside down so they float in the pool, and you just push.
We talked about this. Those giant
push-
frisbees.
yeah.
We make them into a lazy Susan.
You just push them over to someone, they eat it, and in the hot tub, it's just dipping sauces. That is swirling
Talk about a
around.
dip and slide.
No, actually, because we need to we make it hot, and we get the queso going.
Is there a way we could dress one of those pool, those things that clean and they float around there? What are those called?
Pool snakes.
Yeah, pool snake. Is there a way we could dress one of those up in a tuxedo and have it just kind of move our food around for us?
Very much so.
Yeah.
We can't. We should attach
Let's
it
look
to the
into that.
hose,
Yeah.
and it'll pull our full food down into the pool. Just whip it around.
It works as a smoothie, so it's just like.
Now, I really love talking about pools and pool rules and all the cool things that we have here in the city during the summertime. But I really want to say, hey, here's a cool fool I want in my pool. Today's guest, Bob Morrissey. How are you, Bob?
Yeah.
I'm so great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, Bob, tell us about your pool time experiences. What are some cool pool stuff?
Oh, I thought you were just going to ask about parties, but pool
pools
party,
can
my
be
best
parties.
pool
Yeah.
party.
Party wet or dry, I guess.
Yeah. I party with my cat mostly, and she doesn't like the pool.
Oh.
Well, what are the other parties? That's just recently, I guess. But pool days.
When was the last time you went to a pool?
Had to be about 15 years ago.
What?
15 years? What? What?
Talk about a dry spell.
What happened in America to make you like, I'm done with pools?
I don't know. I don't like to take my shirt off.
Okay. I have never seen you with your shirt off.
Well, yeah, actually, I do stand up with my underwear.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Oh,
you
that's
did
right.
underwear
I've
stand-up
done that
show.
plenty
Yeah.
of
That's
times.
right.
Okay, but yes,
What,
I guess I'm
what
just
about
lying.
the ocean, like the beach? You've been to the beach recently?
I remember. Oh, I just thought of a thing.
I remember
okay.
the beaches.
I just remember the beach.
Could you imagine sitting around like, oh, I completely forgot about the shoreline. Yeah, tell us about the beach.
Well, no, this was a pool. I was.
A pool at the beach?
Yeah, it was when I came home from when I was 19 years old, and I went to college at Hunter College in New York, and I'm from Chicago, or suburbs outside of Chicago, really. I was home for about 2 weeks. Didn't want to tell my parents that I'd flunked out of school. Somehow managed to get them to not know. But I was home in Chicago, and I was hanging out with my one friend. We were walking around at like 3 a.m, and we passed by the local pool, Oakton Pool in Park Ridge, Illinois, and it had 3 platforms. It had like a
tall diving board.
tallest.
Yes, my pool aspirations.
Yeah, and he said he'd never jumped off of the 3rd platform before, and it was about 3 a.m, and I was like, let's do it. It's the middle of the night. Let's go. Jump the fence, climb the stairs, jump off the 3rd platform, and we did it. And we didn't realize that they filled the pool with chlorine in the middle of the night.
Oh no!
And so when we jumped into the pool,
It's like,
which we jumped together, we jumped hand in hand
Aw.
together.
that sounds so insanely dangerous from a 3rd platform. I feel like that's people like pretzeling up in mid-flight and just shattering when they hit the water.
Yeah, but it was fun. And then it just tasted like we both swallowed a bunch of bleach when we got out of the pool, and it was disgusting and terrible.
Did you guys have to
But
go-
that was a party.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Did you have to go to the hospital or anything?
No.
we had to get
okay.
new T-shirts.
Well, if you could have your own dream pool that your cat is like cool with, can you tell us what
Well,
that
she'd
pool-
get a little floaty. Like she'd be floating on a
what kind of float would
raft.
she have?
Ooh, yeah.
It'd be a bird-shaped raft. She'd be floating on. And then
Does your cat like birds?
she likes to kill
Wait, what's your
birds.
cat's name again?
Mrs. Kisses.
Okay, Mrs. Oh, that's right. Would Mrs. Kisses attack it if it was bird-shaped?
She never goes outside, but she used to kill birds when she used to get to go outside.
Yeah, see, domesticated cats kill indiscriminately. They kill for fun, not for food.
Yeah, well, so do I, but that's not...
It's very, very bad to let your cat out. Okay, so that's good for your kitty. What about you? What about your pool experience? What do you got?
My ideal pool, I like a whirlpool.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess Lazy River is actually my ideal pool.
Ooh.
That is the best.
Yeah, if I had my own lazy river.
Are you
oh,
kidding me? Yeah.
everyone could come over.
I wish my lazy river went from my office back home. The ultimate commute, except for days when I call into work and I still float by and they're like, "Hey, Ned." It's like,
I changed my mind.
Yeah. Oh, go underwater.
Yeah, hide under all those tubes
Yeah.
and floaty logs made of foam.
Ugh. Have you been to a water park recently?
Not recently. No.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to a water park?
Maybe Six Flags 20 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that, Water World?
No, Six Flags Great America. That was outside of. That was the Illinois Six Flags.
Mm.
What was Six Flags Great Adventure? What was it in Houston when it was a thing here?
I thought
What
we
was
just
it
called
called?
Six
Great
Flags.
Six
Astro
Flags?
World.
I think just Astro World.
Astro World.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because there's a Great Adventure in St. Louis and Great America outside of where I'm from. And yeah, and I remember.
Did y'all have a Bugs Bunny too?
Yeah. There were Bugs Bunnies everywhere.
There was a bunny. I think his name was just Morton.
Morton Bunny.
Yeah,
The
Morton.
pool-
He was
the pool
disgusting looking. Yeah.
Okay, so that water park, was there anything that really defined it or set it apart from other water parks?
Splashwater Falls. That's
What is this? What is Splashwater
That's
Falls?
where you're on a log cabin, or there's a plastic log that you ride in,
A whole cabin.
Yeah. and then it dumps you down into the water and it causes a big splash.
Oh my God! Are there
And-
pictures of you riding it and you're just like, ah!
Oh no.
Ah, man,
none-
you're so
No
brave.
photo evidence.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never thought to save these important things.
Did you know you were going to be on a radio show with a Facebook Live feed?
Oh.
How
How do I look? Do I look okay?
I think so. I don't know. My computer's trying to update, so we can only see the update thing, which the update thing looks great.
So self-conscious.
I'll get rid of it.
Say, remind me later. Don't update now. That'll ruin the radio show.
All right, we're back, baby.
All right.
Okay, so what about water park food?
Water park
You got
food.
pizza, you got Dippin' Dots,
Corn
and you got
dogs.
a whole bunch of bees flying
Corn
all over the
dogs.
water park.
Navy beans.
Navy beans?
Yeah, they just give you a Ziploc full, and they're like, just don't spill this on the slide.
Get out of here. Who's going to eat navy beans at a water park? You're like my weird aunt who's like, I brought sliced ham if anyone wants some.
That is something I always forget, is you can just bring a cooler into water parks and bring sandwiches. I always forget it and spend like $8 on a corn dog. I feel like you eat a corn dog every time I'm at a water park.
I think that's really how they get you. It's just the food sales.
Do you think they would put a conveyor belt sushi place in a water park?
Yeah, the lazy river with food in it.
Yeah, there's just a larger lazy river. It's like the Grand 90 highway of lazy rivers.
It's a ramen lazy river, and you just sit on the shore of the lazy river with bowls, and you scoop it up, and you're like, ooh, tonkatsu, and then you have
Ooh, Band-Aid. Ooh.
I also like wave pools. The Schwitterman wave pool in Galveston is awesome.
Yeah, what about one of those dope, like, half-pipe wave pool things that you can, like, boogie board surf on?
Those are really cool.
Yeah.
Bob, do you know what we're talking about here?
Oh no.
It's like a swimming half-pipe. I don't know.
Oh, man, I never got into those cool things that you guys got
No,
into.
no. It's not cool.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just fun.
like skateboarding and wave pools and
I didn't do skateboarding, but I did do wave pool.
I didn't do skateboarding, but I still lie about it.
All right, Bob, I feel
jet
really
skis.
bad.
Your dad sounds pretty cool.
My water skiing with my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you say jet skis or water,
Water skis. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I have a jet
Did you have a
ski.
jet ski? You have a jet ski?
Well, my parents...
Why do we have a radio show? We should be
Okay.
jet skiing.
Look,
Yeah.
so this jet ski, my mom, my stepdad, and my uncle all went in on it. My uncle has flipped it multiple times to the point where they're like, we don't want to deal with this. We're getting rid of it.
So they got rid of your uncle. Yeah.
But I had a bunch of friends down one weekend, and we all went out on a jet ski in the boat to have fun. And me and my friend K-Rob, she and I got on the jet ski and went out, and the fog rolled in, right? And
Little cat feet.
so I'm going around on a jet ski, and I decide to take a really sharp turn, and we both get flown off the jet ski.
Oof.
It's terrible. We get back on it, realize the fog really rolled in. We have no idea where we are.
Oh, no.
So I take a random guess because I just am looking at how the water is moving from the wave of the jet ski, and I remember which way we came. and I say like, "Oh, we gotta go this way," and she's freaking out. I'm like, "How do you know? We're gonna die and see." I said, "No. Trust me. If you see where the sun is, based on what time it is, that's the right direction to the beach." And we got there, and she was amazed. She was telling everybody, "It's like Connor's like a new friggin' Magellan. He's like a navigation genius."
Boy Scout, yeah.
I made it up. It was just a lucky guess. Yeah, we could have died.
Yeah, that albatross was just
But
like
you
right
did.
above your head.
Yeah,
You're a hero.
Thank you, Bob. I'm the real heroes. Anyway,
I'm the real heroes.
I'm
Guys,
the
if you want to
real-
talk about the real heroes, we're talking about the
Every
Astros, baby.
hero.
Call in at 713-526-8737. We'd love to discuss some b-ball.
all right, Bob. Now I want to ask you about party stories beyond pools. Do you have any cool party stories from your time in Chicago, your time in Houston, your time at Hunter College?
I was just thinking about this party that happened the other. Now, I will be honest. I stopped smoking weed and I stopped partying pretty much altogether about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
But I did.
So you can't remember anything beyond 3 weeks ago?
It's going through the party relapse. Yeah.
Okay, but about 2 weeks ago, after the comedy show variety performance gala get together thing that happens every Thursday at Barcode Bar in the gay neighborhood called Montrose, I put together a little comedy event, or I helped organize comedy at the Barcode Bar, and this fellow Will Loden was here from Nashville, and he had a killer set. He was hilarious and amazing, and then this one girl was hitting on him, and then this one guy was hitting on me because I'm gay, and
That's cool.
tell the listeners that I'm gay.
Bob, you're gay.
Thank you. We went to an after hours place. I don't want to name the place, but we went to an after hours party.
Oh, okay.
And at the after hours party, I kind of drifted away from the person that I was hitting on at the original gay bar, and I went and I was hitting on this other dude, and this dude showed me he's like, "Here, come with me." We walked over to an ATM.
no.
We walked over to an ATM, and he
Here's
took
my
out
PIN number.
He took out he took out $60 to buy blow, which is
Oh,
terrible.
no.
Don't
Yeah.
ever do that. If you want to party clean. Don't party like that.
Yeah, just use Venmo. Yeah.
Right. But he offered me some blow, and I'm newly clean, and I didn't want to do it. And I hung out with him in the bathroom while he did that, and then I just thought it was real pretentious to show somebody that you had $300,000 in the bank. That was the whole point of him showing
Whoa.
me. He showed me that he had $300,000 in the bank, and I was a little bit, well,
And see, I'm
I'm
not
not going to see any of that money. You're just showing that to me just to show it to me, and
He did
Yeah,
that,
he
and
still
then he's
hung
like,
out
"But
with
see,
him.
I
Yeah.
can still do drugs in a bathroom."
yeah, and then
I'm just a guy like you.
so I kind of left him alone, and I somehow that was a turnoff to me, and so I
Money?
left. Yeah, well,
Or the
that
cocaine in the bathroom.
cocaine in the bathroom, showing
Sounds like
me
an
all that
altogether
money.
turn, yeah.
He was like, he wanted me to be impressed with how rich he was, which I was impressed, but I knew I wasn't going to have any part of it really. So like, even if we did sleep together, so.
I could have asked.
I
What's
should
the harm
have
in
asked,
asking?
but I didn't want to.
Yeah, when
And,
he hit 60,
I
you
have
should
my
have been
pride.
like, and like positioned up, like maybe a little more.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've got a
I could have had
rough week.
$60. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't get a tax return. I just, you know,
Did you file your taxes?
I tried to, but then I didn't,
That's why you didn't get a return.
Yeah.
You didn't file them. I am a stickler for filing your taxes.
So-
I tell all my friends to do it.
Okay. So anyway, I should have done that, but I left the guy in the bathroom, and then I was hanging out with some other people, and we were playing pool and drinking fake beer that they're allowed to sell you at 3 a.m, I guess, and all of a sudden the police came in, and they were all wearing big masks like from the movie The Purge.
Whoa.
And they were all screaming, "Get your hands on the wall!" And they were yelling about how everybody's going to go to jail. And there were about 40 people there.
Wait, how late is it? Like how after hours?
This was like 4 in the morning
Okay,
at this
4.
point.
Okay.
And so then they had me standing up against the wall, and then they went into the bathroom and caught everybody doing the drugs, and they arrested everybody in the bathroom. And I was like, haha.
Did you say that when they walked by?
Because I knew the guy who showed me all his. I'm like, he can afford it.
Yeah, you should have tugged one of the officer's shirts and be like, he has $300,000. Make his bail high.
Glad you showed me all that money. You're gonna need it.
So that's my party story.
And then
awesome.
Did you ask one of the cops for a ride home? Hey, no, I'm not getting arrested, but no, that's horrible. We were talking about cops coming to our parties before, but that's like the ultimate cops busting the party as an adult.
It was just scary that they wore Halloween masks.
Yeah. Was it Halloween?
Well, it was the movie The Purge. They had the big skeleton. They had big skeleton masks.
Did they?
There's no reason for SWAT teams to have this, and they had big.
Well, you don't know.
Rifles.
Maybe they just got out of cop night at the movie theater.
Yeah, they just went to the midnight
Purge.
premiere of Purge at Alamo Draft House and
They're
got
huge
free
fans.
masks.
They're like, look, guys, we all have a shift that starts at 4 a.m. Why don't we go to the movies the night before, go see The Purge, get amped, and then bust some heads?
Daniel, why aren't you wearing your mask? I don't know. I thought it was dumb. we all agreed we're going to wear the mask.
Man, I thought we were going to go see the Avengers.
All right, just wait in the car. We're going to go bust this bar.
You ever get busted by the cops at a party in high school, or
I didn't go to parties in high school.
loser?
He was the one calling the cops.
Pretty much. I have called the cops on my neighbors before. When Ned and I lived together, there was this house.
Oh, the house behind. Every time the time changes, they have a huge party. Even if they lose an hour, they still have a party.
Yeah, and it's really
Are they farmers?
They're farming something over there. It smells awful.
It's weird. It's creepy. And then every now and then they'd have this ridiculously loud party, and I have had to call the cops and be like, they're being loud. I think they're selling art in the backyard. Yeah. But nope. I've had the cops called on me once because of a roommate situation gone awry where I was trying to get into my apartment, and my roommate called the cops on me and said, he's breaking and entering.
Oh, it was a misunderstanding.
I guess.
Okay.
I mean, he owed me a lot of money. I was still on the lease, and I was trying to get in to talk to him about it. And he was like, I'm calling the police. And the police showed up, and they talked to him for 5 minutes, and then came over to me and said, all right, yeah, he's going to write you a check, and you should probably not be friends with him anymore. Like, I'm not friends with him.
Okay. I thought it was just he thought it was somebody else trying to get in the house, and he called the cops.
No,
and it was like
he called me, who was on.
Oh.
He called me, and he said, I'm calling the cops on you, even though you're on the lease.
Are you still friends with him?
No.
Oh.
No.
Always listen to police officers. Yeah.
Yeah, I did exactly what they said, and I'm still doing it today. Mm-hmm. What about you, Ned?
Cops. I had the cops come to one or two high school parties. I remember one time, cops came in. They were real mad. One of our friends was passed out on the couch, and he had some medication for his back, so he had like back pains or something like that. And the guy was like pushing him. He was passed out. The cop was pushing him. He's like, "Is this guy on anything? Is he on any drugs or anything?" We're like, No. He just drank a lot, passed out." And he's like, "You sure?" And he's being so mean. He starts digging through his like shirt and stuff like that, and he pulls out the medication, and he looks at everyone. And he goes, "Who's the cop now?" And everybody there was like, and then his prescription was in the next pocket. They're like, "Oh, okay, well," and then they went all about their way. But
I did think of a story when in college when the cops got called on us for a party. Me and some friends decided we were going to barbecue on the roof of the parking garage at U of H. And we got like some professors to show up, and they brought their family. We were just hanging out, grilling on the rooftop. And the final professor leaves, and as soon as he leaves, cop cars.
Sting operation.
Yeah, cop cars come up, and they go, all right, guys, where's the booze? And we had no beer, we had no alcohol, no drugs. And everyone's like, no one has anything. She's like, where is everything? All right, you guys making drugs? You making food? And this guy starts freaking out. And he's like, "I'm telling you, we don't have anything here. We don't have anything." And my friend goes, "We got buns." And I lost it. I started laughing so hard that the cops were like, "You get over here." So I gave him my driver's license. And I knew they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They weren't breaking any rules. But I went back to that guy who was freaking out, and I said, dude, I think they're going to pull our scholarships. And he started crying, and it felt good to see him.
It felt good to elicit that out of someone.
Yeah. And finally the cop goes, she just can't make heads or tails of the situation. Just says, all right, you guys need to go barbecue at a different place. This whole building could burn down. And we were like, no, it couldn't. It's a concrete parking garage.
You don't need honor students to know that this concrete isn't going to burn down.
Yeah, it was a little silly. That cop was a ding dong.
Are you good at talking to cops, or do you kind of lock up? Same with you, Bob.
I don't have a lot of experience. I've not had to deal with too many cops in my. If I told you that one, I don't want it. Do you want to hear like an 18-minute long story?
No.
Okay.
Can you tighten it to 9? We've got
Maybe
it.
some other time. What?
Can you tighten it to 9?
Ooh, really?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Wait, is this appropriate?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let me start in the middle. Both my legs are broken. Well, actually, oh my God, I think the cops are here right now.
Oh my God,
dude! Crap. Okay,
I'm seeing lights
Bob,
outside.
you got to talk to the cops, okay, man?
I got priors, and Ned's just a nervous Nelly.
Yeah.
So we gotta go. Can you talk to the cop for us?
Sure. Who's gonna play the cop?
It's gonna be.
You're gonna have to play the cops, man. You're the one talking to
You're
them.
talking to
We're
the cops,
leaving.
yeah.
All right. Have a fun time playing them, man. Playing for suckers.
Hey, are you guys pointing at each other here? It's me, Officer Gale.
My name's Bob, and
What are you doing in here, sir?
we were just smoking
What?
banana peels.
Oh.
Nothing illegal.
Oh.
We had
That sounds disgusting.
Well,
You
my
guys-
name is Officer Willings, and I lost my partner to smoking banana peels, and I got a grudge against that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'm his new partner, and I hate him, and I have a grudge against that guy too.
Well, I'm glad we worked that situation out.
Yeah, anyway, what's going on here? You're going to be
Yeah.
under arrest if you don't start spilling the beans.
Hey, you're harassing me.
Yep. And guess what? We're the police. We can do whatever we want.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
not good at dealing with the cops. To be fair, we're not very good cops either.
That's true. We're crooked cops. And scene.
And scene.
I had an idea with somebody a couple weeks ago about bad cop, incompetent cop, where bad cop is real mean and aggressive, and then incompetent cop trips over the garbage can and accidentally handcuffs himself to a table.
I would love a reality show.
Don't worry, that table is priors.
I would love to have a reality show where we all become the police force in small town America. Like they just kick them all out, and then we're the cops.
Yeah.
And we get to pretty much do whatever we want.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love doing what I want.
Wait, we'd have ultimate power?
I mean, until like bigger, badder cops like catch wind of what we're doing. But for now, we can get away with we're the police.
That sounds fascist. I
Oh,
don't like your
boy.
idea. You sound like a...
No, you
Bob,
don't get
okay
it.
if you're
No one
in
else
power
is
in a
there.
fascist
Yeah.
regime. It sucks to be the little guy, but when you're on top, it's great.
Those are the rules, man. If
Why
you're
do
in
you think-
charge, it's chill.
Yeah, why do you think they work so hard to install their regime? Because they want the power, and you know what? You're out of this.
You're
I'm
out of
out
our
of the
regime.
power?
Yeah.
You're out of the
Hey, you know what? We're replacing you with a pool.
Yep, yeah. Minister Pool, Minister of Pools.
You could be the party police, and then then you could just make sure that everybody's having fun.
Oh,
I kind of like that. Have you ever watched Campus PD? It's like cops, but on a college campus. It's so dope.
I'm gonna lose my scholarship.
Yeah, Connor was on it. Yeah, but I wouldn't mind being a party police.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. So our job is just to go and make sure that everyone's having a good time. Like, do we have to dress up as cops?
Oh my gosh, I just remembered. I was at a party during Halloween one year, and there were people dressed as police just walking around the apartment complex. Just being like, oh, we're drinking and we're dressed like cops. And then there was an actual fight, and they ended up being the ones that had to break it up. And there was like, officer, and they're like, and they had the clothes on, so they had to do it.
It's like when a priest hears the calling.
Yeah.
Like, I have to do this.
I have to do this. Oh, I should have never gone to...
This is sort of related. I remember when I got back from the war, when I was in the Iraq War. Memorial Day is not for me. I survived. There were others who were not so lucky. let's bring the mood down. All right.
Well, I'm glad we had you on today's show.
Yeah.
But I do remember when I got back from the war and I went to party with my friends in New Orleans for a few months, and it was I forget if Mardi Gras. I think it was Mardi Gras or Halloween. One of those big festival weekends that are all a blur. And I was wearing my Army uniform out and about. It must have been Halloween, and I had an Army uniform on, and it was my costume, and I was a walking wounded Army veteran for Halloween.
Cool.
I had a big bloody head wound rag on my head.
What year was this?
2004.
All right.
Yeah, and then I remember just in the middle of Bourbon Street. This is the last time I ever did nitrous, and I think this is the only good reason you should do nitrous.
We do not stand by this.
All right.
Is to do nitrous in front of a crowd of people and then give them all the finger while you're wearing an Army uniform. And
Okay.
Once again, we don't stand behind this, but dog, that's tight.
Yeah, so you just did whippets and flipped off a bunch of people?
that was
Tight, man.
But while wearing the uniform.
Yeah, that's those Chicago
It was
suburbs
rad,
coming out,
man.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. Were you like 14 when you got out of the war?
Oh man!
Oh my God, this will turn some heads.
Well, your brain goes into weird places when you're on whippets.
Well, yeah, you know how it
yeah.
is in New Orleans. One of those bar girls sticks a whippet in your mouth, and then you have to pay them.
Oh, I thought these were free whips. So, Bob, you're such a funny guy.
Oh,
that
thank you.
story can prove to the world.
Oh man!
Woo! I thought you were going to hate me. So, I want to talk to you about the high bar shows that you produce.
Yeah.
Oh,
You've been producing a few of them lately. Since I've known you, you've been involved with multiple shows, hosting and
yeah.
producing.
Well, started with the Fairview open mic and
Rest in
the
peace.
shortlist showcase, which was featured 10 people doing short sets on a short list as a showcase on Thursdays at the Fairview Bar on Fairview Street, which is not open anymore.
Oh, thanks for plugging it.
Yeah. So wait. Short set list had to sell seashells. How was it?
It doesn't matter. It's just
That's just
I'm
how
sorry.
I named things. I named it that because I thought it was funny.
people will come if no one can say the show name.
Yeah. It's real easy to plug on the radio.
Yeah.
That was the first show that I ever did, and I started an open mic at the Fairview the week after I started doing stand-up about 6 years ago, and then ran that showcase, and then the triple header showcase. I was asked to host a monthly basis for Beta Theater, RIP, or I guess it's still around.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a location anymore. But the triple header was 3 people doing 20 minutes, and I hosted that. And then I started the High Bar Live Haywire Friday.
So many words.
Midtown Bar and Grill. High Bar Live Midtown High Bar Haywire on Friday at Midtown Bar and Grill.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. High bar. Hey, haywire.
And now there's the Door Money Show, which is easier to say. Door Money Show.
Yeah.
And what's
DMS,
Door Money
y'all.
Show?
That's my newest show at Midtown Bar and Grill every other Friday, 415 West Gray. That's still happening. There's one happening.
Oh my God, is this still the name of the show?
It's
Yeah, it's still going on. Period.
But that's that new show. The theme is everybody who's on the show does 20 minutes. And there are 3 people booked to do 20 minutes, and everybody who watches the show pays $5 to get a ballot. And then at the end of the show, I, the host Bob Morrissey, and the other host Steve Cantwell,
It's a legal document. Yeah.
we will rate the 3 comedians, and there will also be a guest comedian who will be a guest judge. So there's judges, and then judging the performances, and then there's audience ballots also judging the performances, and the winner of the night gets to keep all of the door money.
Oh, all of it?
All of it.
Is there a
Man.
percentage? Is there a percentage of how the votes value against each other, or is it basically like, I didn't like him, he's not going to win, and you and the other judges get to decide?
Well, I wanted it to be a split vote between audience and judges, because I think shows where the audience decides everything, that can be skewed in an unfair way if somebody brings 40 coworkers who he's the boss and he brings 40 people who have to vote for him.
Okay, but what if I'm
That would
really
be-
funny and I brought a lot of friends because I'm really funny?
That would be
How do
that
you
would be
think you
good
got so many
too.
friends?
Well, the
Yeah,
whole
funny
point
one.
of it is to bring people.
Yeah.
And so that I don't have to promote it as much.
Oh my God! There it is.
No, to be
There
fair,
it is.
that's the way to set up a show. It's like, how can I do the least amount of work?
All right.
This radio show, we don't set this up. This studio is here already.
That's true.
Yeah.
We just have
Right.
to show up. We bring a microphone, and then we're good to go.
Yeah. So my idea is pretty similar. I wanted to just have the comedians do all the work in promoting, and then have me reap all of the profits.
Now, how many have you done
Now-
a Door Money show yet? Or is this?
Well, we
'cause I know
tried
it's
to
gonna
do
start.
one a week and a half ago, but only 3 people showed up, so we canceled.
Oh. Okay.
What's the next one?
On Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So this Friday, the Door Money Show, 3 comedians competing against each other, 1 guest comedian. Can you list us out that lineup?
Brad Gray.
Sweet.
He is the host of a podcast called The Regular Dude Report, which is it's funny. He does that with Jake Rawls, and they're funny. And Brad Gray was a finalist, just as Ned was, on the High Bar Comedy Contest, which was at the same venue. Yeah, so Brad, he's a bringer, that guy.
Yeah, I love Brad.
And then there's Rachel Streitman.
Awesome.
She's very, very funny. She lived in Austin for years, and now, due to whatever circumstances, has to move back in with her parents. And
I think you say, due to whatever, now they're stuck in Houston.
And now
No one wants to be here in Houston.
Well, now for stand-up, there's a few more things to do in Austin.
Oh, absolutely,
But
yeah.
she's a real Houston star. We're lucky to have her. She's
she's awesome.
She's you
can see
I don't
her
know
as,
who the front runner is. Rachel Streitman, Brad Gray, or the third person on the bill, Ryan McGee, who is he's quietly become one of the best comedians I've ever seen, and who knows what'll happen.
Good for him.
I love
Right.
that. And then who's your guest judge coming in?
Albert De Leon.
Ooh,
All right.
big fan.
Yeah, he's a very funny guy. I love his prank calls. He'll get you good.
Yeah. Can't say them on the radio though; they're very dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Albert, clean your mouth. So, do you have any shows that you would just love to produce if you had the resources, like a dream show that you want to introduce to Houston?
I would like to have. Let's see. Well, why didn't you? I wish I would have had a chance to think about this. Dream shows. I guess I would love to have Eddie Papatone. He's one of my, who are my favorite comedians. I love Brennan Walsh. I don't know. I love.
Wait.
Dream theme.
Yeah,
yeah.
Dream
I guess
Theme.
what
Yeah, show.
there
But I
could
mean-
be a called the Dream Theme show, where everybody plays a character in one of their dreams,
I like this. Oh, wait, I
Okay.
love where this is going.
All right,
Keep going.
and then who knows what'll happen.
This is just
next.
going to be an hour of people kissing their moms.
What does it mean? Okay, so that sounds like a good show, Bob.
Thank you.
I like that. I'm sure Eddie Pepitone would come on it too.
Yeah, and Brendan Walsh. In your dreams.
Guys, if you have a dream, call in at 713-526-8737.
I know someone who has a dream. The Houston Rockets.
Hakeem
Their dream is-
Olajuwon.
Oh, dude,
I'm sorry.
the score's coming in on my phone. What does it say right there? Can you hold it up to me?
Yeah, what does it say?
Oh my gosh, guys, it's 100-100. They are tied at 0-0-0-0.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible. Wow.
Guys,
Athletes.
wow.
Bob, what are you reading these days?
The Plot Against America by Philip Roth. I just picked it up because Philip Roth died this week, but I read it 10 years ago, and it's one of those books that's just real eerie and horrifying, and it's politically relevant and also pretty dark, and do you really want to hear about it?
I know about it. This book was passed around my childhood home, and books like this are appropriate to read every time a Republican wins. It's like, oh my God, there's a guy in a wheelchair. He's a cyborg Dune leader.
Whoa, wait, are there cyborgs in this book?
Well, that's the only book that Philip Roth really wrote that's at all like this. He usually writes things that are more reality based. This is the closest he ever came to sci-fi. I guess the Counter Life, or I don't know. Have you read all the
Counter-Strike. Yeah.
Have you read a lot of Sabbath's Theater, or American Pastoral, or Human Stain, or Our
These
Gang?
all sound like
or
metal bands.
Noise Complaint, or
I read a Tom Wolfe book once. The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test. Man, that book was cool.
Oh, I didn't know you were a senior in high school.
Jeez Louise.
There were so many kids reading that at our high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Ours was just Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
On
I
the
read that
Road.
too.
I read On the Road.
On the
when I was a
Road.
senior.
Campaign
I
Trail.
couldn't get through it. What's the snobbiest book that you've read in public? Like,
Ooh.
Ned, it doesn't matter. You
War
don't read.
and Peace.
War and Peace?
Yeah, when I first started going out with my ex-boyfriend 11 years ago, Greg Deal, R.I.P. No, he's still alive, but our relationship is R.I.P. We were together for 10 years. The first
And it took you all 10 to read War and Peace.
about 2 weeks into us going out, I spent a week just feverishly trying to read all of War and Peace just to impress him. And I read all of it. I read the entire book in maybe 10 days, but it's 1,400 pages.
Yeah,
Was he impressed?
He was super impressed, and we stayed together for 10 years.
You were riding that War and Peace stuff for 10 years.
And I checked in every year, always about the book.
Why don't you leave him, Greg? I can't. He read War and Peace in like a friggin' week.
I dare you to even pick up that book. It's heavy.
Mine was The Fountainhead.
The Fountainhead?
Yeah. Ugh, God, boy, do I regret reading that one. It was long. My uncle stopped me when I was like 900 pages in to say, like, hey, sounds like this book is reading you. Yeah. So,
Jeez.
I mean, I finished it, and I was like, I don't know about this one.
Every time I read Maximum Rock and Roll when I'm on the bus, I feel like a butthead.
Maximum Rock and
It's a
Roll?
punk zine. You would have never heard of it.
You read it on the bus? You take the bus?
I was taking the bus for a while when I couldn't drive my car
Oh.
to work, yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
How do you like the bus?
I actually liked it a lot. I rode it a couple times, even when I got my car back. I was like, oh, this is way more convenient. I don't have to, like, sit through traffic. I can read the whole time.
Bob, are you a Metro man? You like the bus?
No, I live a block away from work, and I just organize my life around walking.
Oh, that's tight. That is so tight. Did you walk here?
I did.
I called it.
Dang
What's
it.
up?
Yeah. See, this is a good walkability neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? How far away are you from here?
About 4 blocks.
That's how he talks, man. 4 blocks. That's crazy.
About 4 blocks.
Oh man, you hear that Montrose accent coming out of this guy?
Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Trost.
It's that new Cajun restaurant that opened in the old Mangoes. Everyone's talking like it now.
Oh, Bob. All right, we got a challenge for you. Can you burp the ABCs?
You're just talking with your Montrose accent. Yeah.
You're just making a frog voice. You're a phony. Oh man, you fake.
Yeah, you phony talking frog. Go work for Budweiser.
Well, there you go, Bob. You're well read. You're a funny man, but you have no secret talent. Wow, wow, wow. Here we go.
We have no secret talents based on the contest we just gave you. That was please burp. Do you have any like freak talents that you can just pull out of nowhere? I'm really good at limbo.
Oh, did you ever hear that one joke about limbo?
Wait, no.
Oh,
All right.
I feel like I'm about to.
I forget how it goes.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Well, I mean, how low could it go?
We're going to be waiting forever to hear
Yeah,
this joke. Go
talk about
ahead.
setting the bar low for this limbo joke. I don't know. Well, guys, I'm on one of Bob's contest shows.
Yeah, you guys want to talk about that for a little bit? Go ahead.
Ham hands. That was a brilliant bit. He
Sure,
got to the
call it
finals.
brilliant.
Yeah, and with his ham hands. Can you do that entire ham hands bit right now?
Sure. Let me just
Right.
read it off my Google Docs. No, ham hands, that'll probably happen again in another 5 years.
Oh, no, it's got to be sooner.
You think it's
going to
come up sooner than that? Ugh, I hate
Come
that
on,
so
we'll
much.
do it at the meat festival. We should have gotten you
There's
on
a
the
meat festival?
We had a barbecue festival last weekend.
Oh
we should
my
have gotten you
gosh.
FaceTime and been ham hands like, I'm judging the pork stuff. Like that would have been.
How
so
could you
good.
have forgot to? Yeah.
You know, if you actually paid me to manage your career, I'd get you so many gigs instead of just talking about.
I'll give you $1.
Hot damn! All right, now we're talking. All right, Bob. Do you have anything that you would like to plug or shout
Talk
out?
about last words, baby.
Well, I host the Boondocks open mic on Tuesdays at Boondocks, and then
What time's that at?
that's at 10 o'clock. And then I help put together comedy, and well, there's a Slodge Podge comedy strippers.
Are we allowed to say slodge podge on this radio?
I'll allow it.
It's at Barcode, the bar near Hamburger Mary's on Fairview.
wait. Hang on. There's a place called Hamburger Mary.
This is the most shocking name I've ever heard for
Where
a
is
restaurant.
It's in the center of drag. Fairview and Montrose.
Yeah, that
It's,
makes sense.
It's
We
where
gotta
Hollywood
go.
used to be.
We gotta
it's
go.
like it's they have drag performances there. It's always drag performance.
Hamburger
Mary's. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And,
How's
and
the
across
food?
the street there's Barcode, and during the comedy on Thursdays there's between the comedy there's people singing karaoke. There's people doing. Drag performance, lip sync stuff. There's they have strippers, male strippers only. They don't get all the way down. They get to their underwear, and then I'll do comedy in my underwear.
All right, and these hamburgers. How are they?
But talk to us about these burgers, my
Yeah.
boy.
I've never been to Hamburger Mary's. I never went.
Oh boy.
All right. Well,
But so that's on. And then but the most important thing is the high bar door money contest, door money show at Midtown Bar and Grill, upstairs, 10 o'clock Fridays, every other Friday, 10 p.m.
and there's one this Friday.
Yes,
There's one this Friday, and
the
there's
one
one
we
on
talked
June 29th as well.
June 29th,
which will have
featuring
maybe one of your favorite comedians.
Ned
up that
Gale.
night.
More like
boy.
Ned flailing over there.
That's
Yeah,
'Cause he can't
doggone
swim.
Ned.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
invite me to your pool, and then we'll see if I can swim or not.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for our show today. Ned, I think we did a good one. Bob, thank you so much for joining us.
Bob. It was awesome.
For the listeners at home, if you want to catch me and Ned sometime this week, we are going to be performing at the Secret Group at the Harry Potter Roast on Saturday at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m.
Yeah, there's 2 shows. It's
That's right.
Gonna be a hot one.
So, we're just giving you the information. Do what you want with it. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.